Hi, this is David Orlofsky with our question and answer shorts. Elio writes, for a while now I've noticed on Torah Anytime that many shiurim are posted with dramatic pictures, sometimes with very little to do with the actual content. It can feel a bit misleading, and to me it cheapens the Torah a little. Recently I noticed that some of your shiurim also started appearing with pictures. Honestly, your shiurim are so good, so meaningful, and so geschmack on their own that they don't need anything extra. The Torah you share speaks for itself. If you scroll through Torah Anytime, there are so many amazing Rabbanim topics, it's just incredible, and I can't help wondering if these kinds of images don't end up cheapening things. Imagine seeing a shiur from Rav Scheinberg Zatzal with an AI-style picture attached to it. It just wouldn't feel appropriate and not necessary. I really wanted to hear your perspective on this and see if I'm making a mistake. So, I think it was Voltaire who said, the perfect is the enemy of the good. I'm very much a believer in a certain level of purity. This has resulted in me being sidelined a lot. So, there are rabbis who, look, I started making shorts. This is one of the reasons I'm making shorts, right? Because there are rabbis on Instagram or on YouTube Shorts or places like this, and they get millions, but they get thousands and thousands of views, hundreds, tens of thousands of views, because people want to see that. So, do I think that's the best way to communicate? No. But I'll tell you the truth, back in the old days when my shiurim used to be sold on cassette tapes, one of my best-selling shiurim was called Harry Potter and Parshas Mishpatim. It was not one of my best. One of my best shiurim ever was called The Many Deaths of Nadav and Avihu. It was a brilliant shiur. It was unbelievable. But it didn't get traction because the title didn't interest people. So I have a few people like you out there, more than a few, who, if I get on my podcast and I read the phone book for 45 minutes, you'll listen. But I have a lot of people who won't. It's interesting when you have, you can study the statistics. And one of the things they study is how long is a person engaged with the video. And the majority of people who click on my video do not listen till the end. Majority. I'm shocked. I'm as shocked as you are. Because, especially when I save some of my best stuff for the end. But the answer is because people are busy. There's a lot of podcasts out there, a lot of different things. So the question is, Noach Weinberg once said, we have the best product, we're just lacking marketing and packaging. And so if you can package the same shiur with a different title, I have a shiur called Why Do Mitzvahs? I have my Why Be Jewish, and then I have a Why Do Mitzvahs. Yeah, it's also a great shiur. I had somebody who booked me, and he titled the shiur, is there bacon in heaven or something? I forgot what it was. There was some country western song, is there bacon in heaven or something? That's what he called the topic. More people came to see it because they liked the topic. So even though to me and you, I see Rabbi Orlofsky, that's more than enough for me to listen. I listen to myself all the time. Very often I'm the only one who does. But I understand. And Baruch Hashem, I got people like you. But other people, if they see something that draws their attention, and it doesn't even matter if it's my best material. They like the title, they like the picture. It's something that grabs them and will end up having a lot more people watching it. So I understand why they're doing it. Rabbi Kupim and Michala always kept things in the yeshiva, in Michala, very Spartan. They had the sachnut beds, those little sponge beds. Everything was very simple. And other seminaries began to open and were offering all kinds of gashmias. And he says, I'm not upset that they're attacking me. I don't care. They're attacking my seminary. But the fact that they forced me to have to change and add more gashmias upsets me. Because all the girls were happy before we started introducing all this gashmias. And I don't think it leads for more of a Torah lifestyle. That's what he had said at the time. And I understand it. But Lamaisa, if you make a Pesach program and you say, we're going to have 5-star entertainment and table-groaning kiddushim, then more people come. Unless you have people like you, Rabbi Orlofsky crazies, who will come to this hotel because we're going to make the most awesome program ever. I noticed this change, and I love them to pieces, so please don't think this is a criticism. I understand it's just what you're saying here. Gateways used to do it in the Hilton in Stamford, which is basically a business hotel. It doesn't have much facilities, doesn't have much grounds, in the middle of the city of Stamford, right off the highway, and people came for the program, and the ad was a long list of just pictures of rabbis, who are going to give in shiurim. That was what they sold. Now they go down to Florida, and they have pictures of the food, and they have pictures of the entertainers, and a list of the names of the rabbis. Because people don't want that anymore. Here, that's all I'm going to be selling, but that's the reality. So the question is, you could complain about it, but as I spoke in one podcast, you just turn back the clock. You can't make things the way they used to be. And we just have to deal with the reality. And if this is what engages people today, it's better that they should listen to a Torah shira because of the marketing and the packaging than not listen. Okay, this is Dovid Orlofsky. Thanks for listening.